gifted crafters, it's crafting time.
Today is gonna be that day. Gonna have things go my way. Embroidery and fashion that sells. Using all my knowledge, I will excel. Stitch by stitch, let color shine bright. Turning a blank canvas into art feels right. Time is flying by and this is my art. With embroidery machines, I'm doing my part. I search the web for a magical design, looking high and low as I sip on my wine. Metallic thread, watch it shimmer and shine. I transform my blanks into a one-of-a-kind. Stitch by stitch, let color shine bright. Turning a blank canvas into art feels right. Time is flying by and this is my art. With embroidery machines, I'm doing my part.
Live from the Sunshine State in Miami, Florida, here is the Gifted Crafters Morning Show with Nancy.
Good time. Ooh, time to get our craft on. Ooh, time to have fun. Ooh, time to feel good.
Good morning, Gifted Crafters, and welcome back to the Gifted Crafters Morning Show. Good morning out there. I hope that everyone that is tuning in today is having a fantastic morning. Let's see who we have with us, because if you're tuning in for the first time, my name is Nancy with GiftsHQ, and this is a channel where we just talk about anything crafting related. Alrighty, let's start off with Cheryl. Good morning from Wisconsin. Ooh, she's baking some fresh banana bread out of her oven for the treat this morning. Oh, how sweet of you. You're sharing that with everyone. Oh, that is so sweet. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here this morning. Joyce Adams is here. She's going to be cooking and crafting today. Yeah, I think a lot of us are going to be doing that. All that prep stuff's got to happen, right? Good morning, Robin's Quilt Basket. All righty, let's see. And Faker McFake, good morning to you. He is hard at work. Well, hope you have a quick day at work so you can be back home again. All righty, Linda M, good morning to you. And Jane D, she is tuning in from Florida, and it's 85 degrees. Yeah, awesome. That's amazing. Well, I am also from Florida, from Miami, Florida, and yeah, we're expecting some of that rain here as well. They're kind of iffy on the rain. So yeah, I feel ya. Definitely. Good morning to Leslie B from Lakewood, Virginia. That's Jaws' mom. And let's see, Jenny Owens, good morning to you. And of course, our friends from Canada, good morning, yay. Now they had their Thanksgiving already, if I recall correctly. But yeah, you guys had your Thanksgiving and now it's our turn, huh? Awesome. Okay. Oh, Jane D wants to send us some snow. I'm over it already. Oh boy. Oh, that's Cheryl. Cheryl's sending Jane D some snow. You can send some over to us here, Cheryl. I don't mind. Just a little bit, you know. Not that I want to shovel snow or anything, just, you know, look at it for a few minutes. That's about it. All right, from Knoxville, Tennessee, we've got Georgette. Good morning. We've got Lori from Virginia. Good morning to you. Melissa from East Texas. Thank you for joining. Awesome. Let's see. Melissa Hutchkins is here. And let's see, did I skip anyone? I hope I didn't skip anyone. Oh, Lisa Lilly, she's here this morning from Richmond, Illinois. Judy Bauer, good morning to you. And I hope everyone there is feeling a lot better in your household. Let's see, we've got Cindy Ball and Quilting with Harriet. Good morning to you. Deborah, good morning. And not sure if I caught anyone else, but if I did, I'm sorry. The chat's kind of scrolling, so I'm trying to catch it. Let's see here. Oh, I think, not sure. Oh, Jessica. Yes, Jessica, good morning. And Tiny Tiffany, okay, from Country, Texas. Not sure if I said your name right, but good morning to you. All right, guys, it is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So first, happy hump day, right? Yay. And it is just a busy, busy day because everyone is getting ready for the big day tomorrow. And whether you are traveling out there, catching a plane, maybe you're driving and just listening along, that's totally fine. Or maybe you are home and in your craft room, and maybe you're just going to be visiting people tomorrow. That's awesome. Wherever you guys are, I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I hope you have a great Thanksgiving as well. Kathy from Pennsylvania, good morning, and thanks for joining. Awesome. Okay, so guys, again, my name is Nancy with GiftsHQ, and on this channel, we like to kind of start things off with a little toast. So go ahead and grab a cup of whatever it is that you have in the morning, coffee, tea, soda, water. You guys know the drill here. You can just grab anything that you like. Now, I am just having a serious cup of cold water because I've got to have some water in the morning before I start with anything else. And today I really need some serious water. We were having a little bit of some laptop issues right before we went live, so apologies for being just a few minutes late. The laptop didn't connect, you know, it was just crazy. Lots of chaos right before you go live, right? Isn't that how it goes always? All right, so let's go ahead and give a little toast for, of course, Mr. H getting us back up and running again. And for all of you guys out there who are traveling, I hope you have a very safe and quick little journey to wherever it is that you're going. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving, whether you are home or if you're traveling, being with family and friends, or maybe you're just going to be home alone. If you are, reach out to me. I'm always checking, and I would always love to kind of communicate and get with you guys. So please go ahead. We've got our Facebook post. You guys can reach out if you run into any issues working on your projects or any of that, or just want to say a hello. Why not, right? Oh, you've got turkeys in your system. Oh yeah, there were a lot of turkeys in this system this morning, I can tell you that. Lots of running around trying to, you know, get them out of there. They were trying to escape, I think. But anyway, let's go ahead and pour the cup, okay? So if you don't have something, no worries. I'm pouring you a cup. There it is. Nice and hot coffee or anything that you'd like it to be. Maybe it can be some hot chocolate. Who knows? Go ahead and raise those glasses nice and high. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone. And I hope you have a fantastic time. All right, swivel, swivel. Yes, Lisa. Cheers to everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Yay. Awesome. I'm going to grab one more because I'm going to need it after I tell you what happened last night. Okay. got that going. All right. Everything is all connected and ready to go. I think we are good. Why don't we just go ahead and grab some snacks, shall we? I mean, it is, you know, hump day and it's the day before Thanksgiving, and a lot of us are doing a lot of things today. So let's make sure that we stay a little healthy. So let's go ahead and roll out that food truck and see if we can get that going. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this truck's not breaking down on us today. Coffee, tea, soda, water, donuts, Danish, bagels. We've got it all on this truck. So go ahead and grab yourself a snack. And then, of course, we've got kale and carrots for the healthy folks out there. So don't forget to be getting some healthy stuff too. And of course, our little turkey is here, kind of disguised and saying, eat beef or chicken. And some people just may do that. All right, bye turkeys. Yeah. Okay. So I think we are ready to get going and rocking and rolling here. I had a little bit of a rough night yesterday because I was really, really busy, and I really wanted to tackle and nail down all of the embroidery for you guys today. And it was literally, I think, 3 or 3:30-ish. And I had to stop at that point, and I'm almost there. I've got 2 more hoopings left to do, but I'll show you my little pile because we've got some trimming to do, and I thought we can maybe lay out at least what we have so far and kind of go through those. Yeah. Oh, chicken sandwich for Faker McFake. No problem. Poor turkey, says Lisa. Alrighty. So let me kind of put some of this stuff to the side. Now I've got a little bit of a mess going on because I am still in the middle of doing all of the stuff on the project. So you've got thread everywhere. We've got our huggers everywhere. So it's a little messy here. Sorry for that. But I didn't want to put everything away because I'm not quite done yet. So we're going to kind of go through my pile that I have over here, and we're going to be doing some cleanup there. All right. In the meantime, guys, I hope that you guys have been enjoying our shorts on Thanksgiving. We've been putting them out. We've got a few more we're going to put out today, just to give you guys a little bit of entertainment, and also kind of just, you know, keep you smiling. Why not? We're just having some fun with it. Nothing serious. It's just a little giggle, get you guys going, because, you know, we like to have fun. This is a fun channel here, right? We don't want to be boring. We want to be fun. Keep it interesting. Yes, Judy Power loves it. Awesome. So, you know, before, you know, Mr. H got injured and all that, I had a totally different agenda set up, but with the injury and everything going on, I had to kind of recourse everything and revamp stuff. So we thought, you know what, let's just bring a little laughter into the situation. So we're definitely going to be bringing a couple more things out for you, so you can kind of just keep your phones nearby if you want a little chuckle to see every now and then. So hope you guys enjoy those. Alrighty, I think we are good to go. So what we're going to be doing here, I've got my whole pile of stuff that I've embroidered yesterday. And if you guys are just tuning in for the first time or didn't tune in this week, we are working on a table runner that's Designs by JuJu. And this is the modular turkey table runner. And she's got 2 turkeys on either end. And this is a really nice project because there's a couple things you can do. You can make this table runner longer or shorter by just working around these center pieces here, either removing them or adding more if you want to make them longer, right? Or you can kind of drop a turkey and just make a wall hanging if you'd like, right? And then if you have embrilliance, you can add some text on here and totally make it something different. So lots of different ideas we talked about yesterday, and things that you can do. Some of you guys have already made some of this stuff. So it's kind of really cool that, you know, you're able to kind of relate to this. And if you haven't made it, or if you're making it, we're going to be doing some trimming today because there's a lot of trimming that has to get done once you're done embroidering as well. And then you have to sew it and put it all together. So I know I'm not going to be able to finish this on the live today because I'm still kind of behind. I need to kind of trim up the rest of this, and I've got 2 more hoopings to do of the turkey head is what is kind of missing. So I'm missing this one part right here and one part right here. Everything else has been stitched out and done. So yeah, we were busy bees yesterday. It's just that the embroidery takes so long and I just have the one single needle machine. Other than that, if I had multiple machines, I would have been doing it in no time. Okay. Oh, the regular turkeys remind you of the rockets. You're too funny, Cindy. Awesome. Yeah, you need to watch all the shorts. Okay. Okay, so let's get going. So what I'm going to be using to trim all of my stuff. So let me show you what they look like because we picked out fabrics yesterday. So we have a couple different parts. We start off with the borders, if I can find them. Here it is. So here are the borders. When you take it off of the hoop, this is what it looks like. A little bit messy because you still have to trim these off and get rid of the stabilizer, and then these will separate. And then you'll end up with something that looks like this. So we have our little pile here. Now we still have to, once you take your stabilizer off, you still have to trim these down, and the instructions tell you to trim it about 1/2 inch away from the seam, not seam line, but the embroidery line right here, right? So about 1/2 inch away from your design. So we do have to come back and trim those, and then this will be much smaller, but these are going to be the borders. And if you can imagine, if I fold them here, you can imagine that eventually they are going to be sewn just like that, right? And it's going to go all the way down, right? So we'll keep adding more and more and more and more as you go down the line. So that's what's going to happen with these. And then you have your horizontal borders, and the horizontal borders look like this. Here we go. Nope, nope, these are more vertical. Hold on, let me kind of put them out of order. So, okay, these are my vertical borders. Let me go back here. Here are the horizontal ones. So horizontal only have 2 per hoop on a 5x7 hooping. And so we have them both here. Again, they need to be separated, and all of the stabilizer needs to come off. And here's another one. So we've got, oh no, this one's here. Sorry. Grabbed the wrong one. Here we go. There, now we're talking. And that's that second one. Okay. Then the third thing that you had to embroider, and you were doing multiples of these, right? So that's why it kind of took a while. The third thing you had to embroider was then the center blocks right here, okay? And this will depend. Now, the project itself tells you to do 3 panels, but this will depend on how big or small your table is. And so this is what my center panel looks like, right? So we have this here, and then depending on your table, you may want to keep just those 3, which, remember, we're going to trim these down, and these eventually are going to kind of go together, right? But when you trim them down, they're going to shrink. So if you need to make more panels, then you just make a couple more hoopings of this, okay? So what I think I'll do is I will trim it all and then kind of see how long it actually is. I mean, the finished size for a 5x7 hooping is 9.7 by 30.5. So if you kind of know what your table lengthwise is, then you'll know if that's good enough. If not, make a couple more of these hoopings, and you'll need some of this fabric here. That's your inner border fabric, and then your inside fabric that you're using. So this one's a pretty easy and quick one to do. It doesn't have any applique in it. You know, it's a pretty easy stitch out, just 2 sides that you have to add, 2 borders, but other than that, it stitched out pretty quickly, so it wasn't bad. I really love the design. Let me give you guys a close-up look on the desk cam, what this looked like. I think the design was really, really nice. I like that little design that it has. I think it's really pretty, right? I did a great job, did a really great job stitching that out. So very nice on that. Now, what you can also do if you have embrilliance, maybe you want to add something to this, right? You may want to add some letters or something on your maybe center panel, right? So that's something else that you can do, or you can just add some embellishment to it, you know, put a little something on there. Who knows? Whatever it is that you think will make your project unique, just go ahead and makes you happy, go ahead and do it. So those are the center panels that I have. Then after you're done with these panels, then you start working on the turkeys that are on each of the edges. And so this is the bottom of the turkey. And I can tell you this one did take a little bit long to do. So I did do this one, and this one was like one of the last things I did late last night. And so I did one, and then of course you have to do the other one for the other side. And so, you know, you've got up here, unless you're doing the wall hanging, then you just need one. But this is what all my fabric choices and colors look like. So let's bring that over so you guys could see that. So we've got a little bit of scrap fabric that I was using here. And then the colors, those are all stitched out. Okay, so I think the colors of the fabrics and with the background and everything is going pretty well. It's blending very nicely. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then of course, this is all trimmed out already. So I went ahead and trimmed it, and you can see on the back, see how this nice clean edges on the back here. Very nice, right? Guess how I did that one? I used my trimmer by George. Yeah, trimmer by George, and she did a great job, right? So we're gonna do some of that trimming today, because you can see here, we've got piles here. We need to trim this down, and then I need to stitch out one more hooping of the turkey head. I'm sorry, 2 more hoopings of the turkey heads, one for each one. And then that'll be it for the embroidery. So thank you to Sue for giving me the trimmer by George. Yay! I was able to use it, and I was just starting to really love it, because you know, this is just nice, crisp, clean lines. And it's really going to help when you're starting to sew all this together, that the fact that this is as close as you can get it, and removing all that bulk, because then when you go to sew this stuff, all that bulk could really get in the way. And so this is really nice that it allows you to do a nice clean cut, get all of that, all the batting and all the extra fabrics that you have behind it. It gets it out of the way. And so, yeah, it's really, really great. So thank you, Sue, and thank you, Hoop Sisters, because yay, I'm loving it. Let's see. Oh, Mariana says, I'm loving your YouTube shorts. The knitting machine at the airport cracked me up. Awesome. Well, hopefully you guys don't have any delayed flights, but if you do, at least, you know, I've given you a little bit of some entertainment there. All right, so I've got this pile. I'm going to put this over to the side and let's just start doing this. This one's all nice and trimmed up, so I'm ready to go on this. The only thing I may do is I do have some threads here to cut, just to clean it up a little bit on the back, but I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. So it is going to have a backing on here. So yeah. Oh, Mr. H says he's got a really funny one coming up real soon. So stay tuned for that one. I think you guys will enjoy that one too. It is kind of funny. Yeah. All right. So how do we use this trimmer by George, right? Because some of you may not have it. You may not be aware of it. And, you know, oh, Harriet, Quilting with Harriet is saying that her trimmer arrives on Friday. Yay. Yeah, you're really going to love this, Harriet. It's really neat and handy. I really like it. So the way you use this here, so let's see, we're taking this one, like, let's just use the turkey bottom, right? So for this turkey bottom, I've got all of this fabric, right? I've got batting and I've got this stabilizer all mushed up together, right? So we need to make a nice clean cut. And one of the first things that we have to do is remove the stabilizer. And then after we remove the stabilizer, you know, then we get to trim everything. So I'll go through the whole pile, remove all of the stabilizer, and then I'll go back and start trimming. So with the trimmer by George, it's got this little metal lip that is on the side here, and that really allows you to push things out of the way so you can get a nice clean cut. And it's really great. Yeah, Jackie says it's the best tool in her sewing room. Yeah, definitely. And Lisa loves her trimmer by George ruler as well. Oh, Lori has 3 trimmers. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. All right, so the way I do this, here we go. I'm going to start on this side where I've got fabric, batting, and stabilizer all in one side here. And you see this here where we're doubling it up here on the edges here, because that's where we were adding the border. And so you have to kind of you have to embroider the line that's going to stitch down the extra fabric, and then you have to flip it over, and then it's going to kind of tack it down, right? So that's a lot of bulk on here. So I'm going to take my trimmer by George where it's got this nice edge right here, and I'm going to kind of pick this up here, and I'm going to shimmy this right in there, and just kind of going back and forth. I guess you cause a little bit of friction here, and that's totally fine. You just want to get the lip of that metal ruler underneath the fabric and right up to that stitch line. And so you're just pushing forward this way and then going back and forth. And then right when you feel that you are right up against that line right there, go ahead and put it down. And then I like to kind of tug on it just a little bit and know that I am right up against this seam line right here, okay? And so now I'm just going to grab my rotary cutter, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim away all of the stabilizer that's right here, okay? And that trims, look at that, nice clean cut, right? And so we'll put that over to the side, and once you remove it, you're going to see you have a nice clean cut in the back. You've got all of your fabric still here, but all of that stabilizer is now out of the way. And so we're going to do that on all of the sides. So I'll be doing this multiple times. So if you don't catch it the first time, you can catch it the second. So I just kind of lift it with my hands just to make sure it's out of the way. Again, shimmy that there, drop the ruler, give it a slight little tug, and then, whoops, and I moved it. No, don't move it. Okay, let's try that again. Shimmy that, drop it, and give that a tug. Okay, there we go. And then just remove all that stabilizer and a nice clean cut there. And I'm going to go ahead and do the sides it's just really nice how, you know, because before, if you didn't have the trimmer by George, you were gonna have to kind of fussy with all of this stuff, right? You gotta push this back, hold this down, make sure you're not cutting anything else, and then try to get as straight as you can and as close as you can, and then you're worried that you're gonna, you know, slip a little bit and cut into your fabric. So it's really nice that, you know, it takes that worry away, because I always did worry that I was gonna slip, my hand was gonna slip, and I was just gonna go whoop and cut into that fabric. And then I would have to just kind of embroider the whole thing again, because now I have a hole in it. Not sure if that's happened to anybody. Let me know if it did. But yeah, it does happen. And so now I've got a nice clean cut here. And now, because I have all that stabilizer out of the way and really bumped up to that seam line, now I can go ahead with my ruler and trim this. And I don't have to worry about having all this bulk underneath. It's just like kind of trimming any other piece of fabric that you're cutting with your rotary cutter, because all of that bulk is now gone from behind. So I do have to trim this up. I believe it's about a 1/2 inch from the seam line. And by me not having all that bulk behind it, it's going to ensure that I have a nice smoother cut here. I will have to kind of just look at these little bumps where I'm doubling up on the fabric. So that'll have a little bit of a friction on my rotary blade. But other than that, it's going to be a nice clean cut, and it'll be nice and easy to do. So I'm going to go ahead and set these over to the side, and we're just going to continue working down the pile and getting this ready. So again, just lift it up, shimmy it right underneath, then go ahead and drop it, give it that little bit of a tug, and then grab your rotary blade and cut that excess off. That's simple, right? Yeah, it makes it really easy to do. And it has a nice ruler on this side as well. And you can use this for binding. I mean, there's a bunch of other things that you can do with the trimmer by George. So it's not just this, but this, man, this is amazing. I love that. It really just helps me to be so much more accurate here. And I just love that I can get right underneath it and remove all of this in one swoop without having to worry about cutting into that fabric. Ugh. Yeah, anything that's gonna help me, I'll take it, right? Okay. Awesome. All right, so you guys, I mean, it's the day before Thanksgiving. I know you guys are all busy trying to go through, and do you have any last minute things that we have to get from the supermarket? Because, you know, most of them are going to be closed. I don't say all of them, because there are some that do stay open for Thanksgiving, but most of them will be closed. So here, another great little finish here. Yay! So I'm going to keep these all in a pile here on the side as I keep going. But yeah, if you have any little last minute stuff, make sure that you try to go out and grab that today, and don't wait too long, because, you know, those grocery stores can really get crazy right before Thanksgiving. So you may want to go out there and get what you need. Make yourself a list so you don't forget anything, and make sure you get all of your goodies, because I know there's always something. My mom is just known for this, where there will always be something that she thought she had, or we thought we had on our list, and you know, there's always something that you forget, and then you got to go running. So I have really been trying to avoid that. So we started our shopping very early, and we've been kind of going through stuff so we don't have to run out to the supermarket. Now, I have one thing to go out and get today, but really it's because I didn't want to buy it too early. So some of our like dessert stuff and some, you know, last minute stuff that definitely, you know, we want to go out and get that at the last minute. I didn't want to get that too early. So I still have to make a little run to the supermarket, and I'll be doing that today as well. So need to finish off this table runner, and then I will need to go out and get my last minute things here. So happy about that. Okay. There we are. Yet another cut here. Yay. Okay, I see the chat going on. I'm not sure what Mr. H is talking about there. But let's see. Hope he doesn't get himself into some trouble. But I am pretty sure that when we come back on Monday, we'll have Mr. H with us here in the room. So that'll be good. You're not sure? All right. Let's see. Another piece here. Ready to go. Oh, wanted to let you guys also know, just so if I kind of mentioned it, but if you for Thursday, tomorrow, and Friday, we will not be streaming. Okay, so I'm gonna take some time off, spend some time with my mom and the family, and just kind of enjoy the holiday. So I'm gonna try not to think about you know, anything but just focusing on them and having a good time and connecting again, right? Because you do have to kind of take that break every now and then, right? Connect with your family. You can't just be locked up all the time, okay? Oh, you're celebrating your grandson's first birthday tomorrow. Oh my gosh, Harriet. Oh, wow. That is so amazing. The first birthday. Oh, that's adorable. Adorable. Oh my gosh. Well, have a fantastic time because, oh my God, right on Thanksgiving too. Wow. The double celebration for you. That's amazing. Well, he's always going to have a turkey, I guess, for the birthday, right? He'll always have a turkey and he won't have to worry about nobody, you know, if people are going to come over for his party because they'll always be there for Thanksgiving too, right? Yay. Oh yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Lisa, Nancy, you deserve time off to be with family. Enjoy. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I want to do that and just kind of, you know, reset and reconnect, and you know, just it's better when you're not stressed, and you know, you do a better job when you are less stressed and your creative juices kind of get a reset. And so when you do that, because it's nice to kind of reconnect with family and give yourself that little bit of a break, and then you come back with all kinds of ideas, right? My to-do list is probably going to grow 3 times. Yeah, happy birthday to the little man. Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's so, so sweet. Faker McFay, will you dress him up as a turkey? Oh my gosh, that would be so cute. Awesome. Okay, so I've done the center blocks and see how they're all trimmed out here with no stabilizer. So we've gotten that out of the way. So now I am working into my horizontal blocks. And this one's kind of really makes this really handy because now I have a stabilizer where I did both of these on the same, both of the blocks on the same hooping. So I have to kind of separate it. This really makes it so much easier because it is a little bit, you know, where you have to kind of hold it down to then be able to cut it in half so that you can see what you're doing and not cut into the fabric. So yeah, but here I am just gonna shimmy it in here, lay this down. I will have to kind of hold this one back so I don't cut this one accidentally. So you do have to kind of run 2 hands, or you can just hold this down, turn this around like here, and then just run your blade so that you can just cut the middle, not up against the ruler, but just kind of cut it down the middle so you can separate the two, right? That makes it a little bit easier. And then you can come back again here. And if you want to do that little shimmy again, just so that you're up against that seam line, and then you can go ahead. You'll have less to tug on, but you still have enough, and then go ahead and just trim that off. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, lots of birthdays. Oh, there'll be pictures. Awesome. Oh, awesome. Harriet, you're going to have a great time. You're going to have a great time. That's awesome. Is that pattern from JuJu? Yes, Susan. The pattern is called Modular Turkey Table Runner, and it's by Designs by JuJu. So yeah, we're doing one of those last minute Thanksgiving table runners that we're gonna do here. Just in time for the holiday, right? We're making it just in time. Awesome. Okay, so here I am trimming this last couple of pieces here. Remember, you have to get all 4 sides and get that all trimmed up. And then remember, it's not just taking the stabilizer off. You still have to go back and trim your fabrics to about a ½ an inch away from your seam line here, from your little block, so that you end up with your pieces, okay? So there it is. There's the horizontal, nice and clean. See that, guys? Very, very nice. Bring that over to the dust cam so you guys can see that again. Look how clean that is. Nice, sharp, clean edges. All of the stabilizer out of the way, and now I'm able to trim down my fabric by that ½ inch, and all that bulk is going to be gone from behind it. So my blade should be able to run right through nice and smooth to be able to make that cut, okay? And then of course my machine will be able to flow right through it as well. So really, really nice. Just makes your project just a lot more accurate. I think it really helps out to get all of that out of the way. All right, so let's go on here and shimmy this here. Here we go. I think the Hoop Sisters did a great job putting this ruler together. It's awesome. Okay. All right. So guys, we've also got Black Friday going on. There's tons of deals all over the place. Some of them, they're deals, but they're not great deals. And some of them are just okay deals. And some of them are kind of hidden and they're not really a deal. So be wary of that. Sometimes just because they say, hey, this is a Black Friday deal, you know, do your homework, do your checks. There's so many different places that you can go to check to see if things are really a deal. So go ahead and do your homework on that. Know your prices and look things up before you commit to making that payment, right? Because, you know, it's very easy to spend and not too easy to kind of build up again, right? Cindy's asking, what type of stabilizer did I use? I used the no-show mesh. I think I have it right over here. I had a brand new pack that I needed to open up. And this one is no-show mesh, and it's by Brother Reed, New Brother Reed. So that's the label right here. You can see that. And this one, it's 12 inch by 10. So they're kind of pre-cut, and I like to use these for these types of embroidery projects because they're already pre-cut and I don't have to cut them out of the roll. But if you get the roll, that's good too. You just have to cut it down to size, but these are nice and I like the size, and it, you know, kind of helps me to kind of do things a little bit quicker here. Okay, so got that horizontal one, and again, I'm gonna separate these two here. Just turn this around, and I'm just separating the two by holding one down, and then I've got the trimmer by George holding the other flap down, and I'm just gonna go right up the middle just to separate them, okay? Just so that I only have to deal with one at a time. Makes it easier to kind of get that going. So again, shimmy it, drop it, give it a little bit of a tug, and then go ahead and trim that out of the way. Nice clean cuts. Yeah, so just be wary of that on the things that are out there. You know, just because they label them as a Black Friday deal doesn't necessarily mean that it's really a deal. So in our upcoming videos, we'll kind of show you some of that. I thought what would be good to kind of show you some of our shopping techniques that Mr. H has developed over time and can save you quite a bit of money. So that could be another upcoming video that we have. And we've got a video that's going to be coming out pretty soon. And then we're going to be scheduling a live, there we go. We're going to be doing some live Q&A with Mr. H so that you guys can ask questions on the video. So he's been struggling to edit the video a little bit because of his pain and stuff, but it's getting there. It's not easy kind of doing it remotely because, you know, you've got all this lag going on when you're trying to edit, but he's not able to kind of sit for a long period of time. So because of that, it's taking a lot longer than we would like, but it's okay. We'll give him a little bit of a break, right? So he'll get it out as soon as he can, hoping you guys will have it so that you have it over the weekend, but we'll see what we can kind of do there. And then we'll be scheduling the live Q&A for that as well. And I'll put that out as soon as I can. Once we get the video out, then I'll be going ahead and scheduling it. Alrighty. Yeah. You saw some things on Amazon that were only pennies off the original price. What a sale. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Faker McFake. They're putting things out there and they're labeling them as Black Friday deals, and they're not really Black Friday deals. You really got to do your homework on some of this stuff because they will dazzle you with the fancy packaging and all that stuff, and it's really not a deal. The nice ads that they put along with it, there's a few sites that you can go to that will tell you the history of the items, you know, on price wise, and you can see where the prices have been the lowest and prices have been the highest, and there's all kinds of things that you can do to see things like that, and it really helps you out to help you kind of save some money. Let's see. Oh yeah, in one of the videos that Mr. H is going to be sending out for as part of the shorts, he's got me in a parade. So I'm at the Macy's parade, and well, you guys will see what happens when you see the video, but pretty funny. Pretty funny. So I hope you guys enjoy it. But yeah, we gotta have a little fun, right? Why not? So just stay tuned. He'll be in the final short there, so you may be able to have some fun seeing that. So yeah. All right, so we're just moving right along here and trimming these down. Sorry it couldn't be more exciting here, but it is a step that's got to get done, and this table runner's got to get done because, you know, it's tomorrow. So I have to make sure that I finish this off. We got a little bit of a late start, so you know, could have done this a little bit earlier, but like I said, my whole schedule has kind of been thrown off with things that I wanted to do. So it's all okay. Now, guys, I've got a whole pile of stabilizer here. Is there anybody that does anything with this stabilizer? I mean, look at this pile. It's quite a lot there. There's a lot of excess on here. Does anyone kind of stitch them together and reuse them, or what do you guys do, or do you just toss them all? Is there anything that you guys do with this extra stabilizer? I'm trying to think like what, that's really a lot of waste. I wonder if I can do anything with this. The small pieces, not so much, but we've got some pretty big pieces here. So if I were to embroider something on a really small hoop, I could still kind of use these pieces. So I may kind of go through that pile and see what I can use. Okay, so we did our horizontal. I'm into the vertical ones now. You see they're much smaller than the horizontal ones, right? And so I'm trimming those down to size as well, removing all of the stabilizer behind it. So our little pile here is growing and this one is shrinking, which is great. You stitched them back together, Lori? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because, you know, some of these pieces are quite big. So I was thinking, you know, I could do something like that, because it is a waste and things have gotten just so expensive. You know, you may want to just, if you can save a penny or two, why not, right? You stitched them together for use on hoop projects. Yeah, Marie. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of doing, because there's just so much of it. And some of these are pretty big pieces. Keep them for when you need to beef up when stitching. You can slide them under the hoop. That's another good tip too, Cindy. Yeah, sometimes that, you know, if you're working on some kind of a bulky project and you think, you know, maybe could use another piece of stabilizer, you can slip one of these pieces in there, right? Yeah, you hate to waste. Yeah, you do the same with batting, Lori. Yeah. Oh, and Leslie says, I use them for mug rugs and stitch sometimes. Yeah. I think I'm gonna, like, I'm not sure, these smaller pieces I'm probably gonna toss, but these larger ones, I can definitely use those, because, you know, that way I don't use up my good stabilizer that's, you know, right out of the package. There's sometimes you just need to have that one, but if you can put these together and save yourself some money for some of those other projects, right? All right. Oh, did I not do a side? I think I missed a side. Yes, I did. Got one more to go. Okay. All righty. Yet another one done. Awesome. These are just coming out really great. Really love this. Oh, I must have put this one in the wrong pile. There we go. All right. Now, notice that my thread color on the outside, you're going to be sewing right inside, so they're not going to see this box that's going around here. Now, Designs by JuJu, on their designs, every time you're doing that tack down line, like they use a specific color. Each design has their own color that they like to use. Other thing you can use is invisible thread, right? Because you could use that as well, so that this line doesn't show. I'm totally fine with it showing, but try to stick to one color, because I did start off with their color, which is like this blue. Let me show you this on the cam. See, it's got that blue thread here. And I wanted to not have to change my threads just so I could sew this a little bit faster. I went ahead and used the white. It's like actually kind of a gray thread is what I used. And so I ended up doing that for all the other blocks, but for the very first one, I did use this one. It's really not going to matter, because I'm going to be sewing just on the inside of that line, so no one is going to see that. But I wanted to make you guys aware of that. So if you are, you know, someone that doesn't like to change your thread so many times, you can just kind of pick your own thread color and then just kind of, you know, move on with that all the way through. Alrighty, guys, we're getting towards the end of our hour, and I still haven't finished trimming all of these, right? Lots and lots to trim, but I'm going to keep at it because I definitely need to finish this today. And got a lot of stuff done on the craft room, have a lot of things all prepped on that side, and so I'm going to be doing some work on that as well today. So I want to finish this up so that I can spend the rest of my day kind of working through that craft room. So I am really nice to have today off and doing some preparations. I also need to run out to the market and grab that last minute stuff, and I don't want to wait for the last minute for that. So I may do that earlier today. Probably pick up some lunch right after. So kind of, you know, get that off the list too. So guys, since we are getting towards the end, I wanted to wish you guys a really happy Thanksgiving from my family to yours. And, you know, just remember that there's no live on Thursday and Friday. We're not going to have a live, but I wanted to wish you guys a really great holiday, and watch out for our shorts so you can get just a giggle or two there. And go ahead and have a fantastic day. So let's go ahead and move over to our inspirational quote of the day, shall we? Okay, there we are. So our inspirational quote of the day is, "A catching community creates a place of belonging for anyone needing support during the holidays." And that's exactly what we are. Our beautiful crafting community is going to be here for you. So if you guys, you know, maybe don't have any plans and just were looking for just a little something, I'm hoping that my videos give you guys a little bit of a giggle and keep you kind of in good spirits so that we can be back on Monday and ready to go for our next project. So thank you guys again. I really appreciate all that you guys do and all of your support. We can communicate through Facebook over the next few days, and I'll try to, you know, put out little things to keep you guys laughing away all the way through Monday. So hope you guys enjoy that. And we'll just communicate through Facebook, because I'll kind of be all over the place, running around town, getting last minute stuff and doing all the last minute stuff, just like you guys. So again, I hope you guys have a very, very, very happy Thanksgiving Day. Spend it with lots of friends and family. And if you are alone, we're not alone, because we are here with you. Your crafting community is always going to be here for you. All right. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Yay. Yes. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Have a fantastic holiday, guys. And I hope to be crafting with you soon. Bye, everyone.
So long for now, so long. Glad you stayed a while. Hope you liked my crafting style. Hope I left you with a smile. By now, keep your mind and space clutter-free. Hope your day is bright as can be. So long, my friends, till we craft once again. By now, stay crafting. See you tomorrow. So long, my friends, till we craft once again.